Imagine some alternate universe in which Minecraft was released in the late 90s for the PS1. Well, as I'm sure you know, that is exactly what this mod pack offers, and it just got a huge update. Big enough, in fact, to be titled MSX 2.0. Over the course of this video, I'm going to be exploring the new features Minecraft PS1 Edition has to offer, what it's removed, and finally return to Otherworld by popular demand to continue playing on it for another 10 days. As you can see from just loading up the game, the entire vibe has shifted even further toward emulating that PS1 feel, using that classic loading screen the console used to have, tied in with some Mojang title screens too. Not to mention, the main menu from previous versions is gone. To be fair, this title screen offers a much more realistic approach to what PS1 Edition would have looked like. I mean, the previous one was just straight up horror vibes with Herobrine's mansion in the background. This pack.png title screen allows the mod to feel a lot more unassuming to new players. Clicking play, we are now greeted with very different world creation options. Ignoring my Otherworld save that I transferred from MSX 1.9, which we'll get to at the end of this video, worlds are now created through one of 10 presets. Some of these, as you can probably tell, are more challenge orientated than others, such as Escape the End or Infinite Night. To give you a feel for what PS1 Edition is now offering, I'm going to take a dive into each of these world presets to see what kind of PS1 Edition experiences they offer, starting with Skylands. Oh shit, okay, what, how does this work? Oh my god, okay, pretty jazz. Pretty sick. That was interesting. We seem to have these other tools we can pick up here. So I assume this is this game's equivalent of Skyblock, or this mod's equivalent of Skyblock, but not really, because we have different islands we can reach. But I think it's still the same fundamental idea of like, what sort of life, you know, what sort of utopia can you build in the Skylands. It's so beautiful here though. Screenshot saved. The cool thing is that because of the low render distance, I suppose you can't really tell all the things you're missing, because if I back away, it just sort of disappears into the fog there. So there could be a whole, like, okay, well for sure there's definitely something above me, for example. Oh look, there's a cow up there. Hey. Of course we have the classic PS1 Edition exclusive soundtrack coming in now as well, which I assume will be on all of these worlds. Honestly, one of my favorite features about this mod pack. As it is the middle of the day here, I would feel remiss if I didn't get to build something in my Skylands world. Nice. My beautiful structure number one. After exiting to move on to the next preset, I discovered something eerie in my world menu. A save titled 1997-07-07. Okay, this place is eerie. It kind of reminds me of Project Zomboid, strangely enough. I don't know, that sort of map style. It adds a lot of heart to it, seeing this sort of like, this strange, what even is this? How can you, is that a helmet? A sideways helmet or something? Seeing these old worlds pop up, and it wasn't there initially, which is a little creepy obviously, but it wasn't there initially, and as you explore the world options, you find more and more to explore. And there's still always an eerie twinge to it, and kind of a part of me that's like ready to be jump scared at any moment, but this stuff is really cool. Daniel Steel Kaleidoscope. So far, no jump scares. I'm very grateful for. Apparently they've removed the highly criticized jump scare with the Herobrine like PNG, the bloody Herobrine PNG jump scare, and the VHS one has also been toned down so it's not as loud, which were big complaints by the community, just for not really adding to the vibe that the mod seemingly was trying to achieve. But stuff like this definitely does, finding old world files in your game that don't belong to you. I then moved on to an intriguing world preset titled Waterworld, which was exactly what it sounded like. I was wondering how I was going to start, but I wasn't really expecting this. In a similar way to the sort of Skyblock, I guess these are framed as being challenges. Well, at least it feels like to me anyway, the way they are set up. But I wonder like how, you know, what exactly is the challenge here? Because if I go out into that watery world, I don't think I will last very long. And I can't reach the surface. No, that I think would defeat the point. And oh my god, imagine you lost where this was. No, thank you. Very scary. You know, I guess you're supposed to start making tunnels for yourself to get further and further through this beautiful watery world. But I mean, your depreciation of, oh my god, have I already lost the fucking thing? No, I haven't. Your depreciation of the air bubbles, as you can see, will kill you pretty quickly. So you can't venture very far, but it is the point of the challenge, I guess, to see how you can expand your world despite the obstacles here. And I'm very, very interested to see what the community can do with this with this challenge. And if anyone is particularly interested to see me try any of these challenges, and I'm sure I'll say this in the voiceover as well, please do let me know in the comments specifically which one you'd like to see me attempt, and I will give it a go. As I made clear while I'm playing these world presets, I'd love it if anyone wanted me to play in one of them for a video. So as I go through each of them, keep in mind which of these you'd like to see me spend a good chunk of time in. Moving on though, I tried out Infinite Night. Okay, it seems like you get started in a Oh god, I'm not excited. It seems like you get started in a little fortress, which is nice. And I guess shit just starts spawning here, right? Oh my god, this is terrifying. Oh god. So this is just how it is. Oh, right, there's no... Ah, okay, there's there's zero knockback on every attack now in 2.0. And, importantly, very importantly, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this, there is no sprint, which is a very important detail. I think Kaz has been picking up a lot, very impressively, a lot of the important bits of the criticism he's been getting, because he's been getting a lot of criticism. People have been being, in my opinion, quite rough, you know, with with the way that they tell him, you know, how he should or should not do his mod pack. I think he's clearly been taking all of the criticism with kind of a grain of salt, because I see a lot of it being implemented here. For example, the no sprinting, the Herobrine jump scares, the VHS ones being removed. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, they don't get any knockback, but neither do I. He's clearly been listening to his community, which I have a lot of respect for. Oh, that's so cool. The moon doesn't move at all. It doesn't budge. That's really eerie. It seems to be on an easy enough difficulty as well that you're not constantly getting swarmed by mobs, but that it'll always kind of be difficult. Once again, with the low render distance, it's going to be very scary losing your trusty home base in this version, or this mini version, I guess you could call it. Moving on from the dark and gloomy preset of Infinite Night, I loaded instead into the dark and gloomy preset of Cave World, which has a really cool premise for a world preset. Another fortress spawn. I wonder, oh no, is this an Eternal Night one as well? I can't see the moon though. Oh my god. There is no way. There is no moon. Hold on, there's no sky. That's what this is. That is obscene. That is obscene. That can't be real. Oh, I really wish there was a torch lighting thing, but let me try and get a little closer to, no fucking way, what I believe to be the ceiling, if I'm correct about this. It's all the ceiling. Oh my god. That is terrifying. I love that. But of course, like, still having all the overworld features. So it's basically like Eternal Night, like on 7 trillion difficulty, because you are constantly underground. Or not 7 trillion, maybe that makes it slightly easier actually. But it's just a lot darker and a lot more disorientating, because you're gonna, you know, go down all these slopes and suddenly, for example, suddenly never be able to, like, what the fuck? And there's rock up there. That is nuts. Just out of interest, I'm gonna try and see how far I fall here to end this mini exploration off. But this is really, really impressive, this idea. I love it. Like, how eerie is that, man? How fucking eerie is that? All right, let's see what happens. And you can hear the zombies growling from below. What? Did you see? I love this death screen. That is crazy. That was obscenely deep. After this tragic end to my time in Cave World, I moved on to a more challenge-orientated preset, namely Escape the End. Okay, we have another fortress here. Now, I haven't been to the end in this version before, so in PS1 Edition, so this is kind of a spoiler for me, but I'm okay with that, because I don't know if I ever will get to the end in my main world, but I assume it looks a lot like this. What? Oh, come on. No, come on. That's not fair. That's not fair. I didn't even look at you. Okay, you can even see the change. Dude, this is ridiculous. I didn't look. I didn't look at it. All right, come on. I'm casting my head downward. Thank you. I didn't look at nobody. Didn't look at anybody. But as you can see, the reason it's called Escape the End is because there are trees. So it is feasible to get out of here so long as we can find one of those end exit points, what is that? What is that? What on earth is that? Oh, this is like some kind of mycelium equivalent in the end. That's really, really cool. And what's this? Ebony log. Oh, I love that. I love that. I really like that. Nice. Oh my god, this is such a cool... Oh, there's something. There's something. What is that? It's probably just the sound those things make. The end is very eerie, and I love the sort of cosmic microwave background, like static, that's in the distance. I know it's in the actual Minecraft end too, but this is just particularly emphasized, I think. Now, I guess it would be kind of... Oh, no, it's right there. Escape the end, my ass, bro. This is going to be the easiest shit I've ever done. I can actually complete this challenge, I think. Wait, to get into... No, it's fine. I can make a trapdoor. Well, good, man. Easiest challenge. Easiest Minecraft PS1 Edition challenge ever. Oh, please. Come on, I didn't look at you. And as you can tell, the Endermen have that green particle texture because they used to back in the day. That's what they... Whoa! Look at my skin. Okay. I like that they give us wooden starting tools for all of these, but like you could, in all the locations oh, it has trapdoor variants. That's so sick. I'm really, really a fan of this. God, I've forgotten how much I love this mod pack. I'm excited to return to Otherworld at the end of this video. What is that? What is that? What the fuck is this? Hey! Huh? What? That is fucking perfect, man. That has... I don't really want to die again, but I'm so desperate to see if it's like worth attacking or not. Do you get angry if I look at you? No. What the fuck, man? This thing is so weird. Very cool. Okay, come on. I know there's no knockback. Oh my god, what is this? A capsid. A capsid? Huh? It's lighting. It's lighting. You are kidding me. That is the coolest thing ever. That is really sick. Try not to look at any Enderman by accident. All right, and now if I go like this, like that. Hopefully this works the same in this version. It does. It's a little more glitchy. Ah, there we go. In first person, it's a little more glitchy, but nice. Okay, nice. Here we go. Boom. Challenge completed. What? Oh no. Do you have to fight the Ender Dragon to get out? So, okay. So I get the challenge now. So this actually would also be a challenge. Whoa! No, come on. From what? No, okay. I'm not going that way because I at least want to see what the hell this like place has to offer. Am I getting void damage or something? What the hell was that? That was crazy. Oh! God, a little jump scare there. After whatever the hell that death was, I returned to the world menu to see yet another eerie world save pop up. Okay, I definitely opened the new one. So it's the same, seems to be exactly the same. Same bathroom, same empty room. I just really creeped out though is all. If any fans of this mod, or even Kaz the creator himself, has any lore to drop in the comments about these, as far as I can tell, identical world saves, I'd be super interested to know. But to be honest, I'm really creeped out right now, so I think I'm gonna leave this world. Scrolling past Otherworld, which again, we'll return to soon, don't worry, I opened up the next challenge preset, Escape the Slip, which, if you don't know, is what the Nether is called in PS1 Edition. It's a reference to the name the Nether had in the actual early development of Minecraft. Alright, terrifying as expected. I think this is all I'm gonna need. In this place. And it says escape from the end, from the slip. But I wonder how exactly... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh shit, they do have piglin equivalents. Oh my god. They do have piglin equivalents, okay. I love how everything echoes off the walls, you know, all the sounds of the groaning of the zombie pigmen. And it just feels so much more eerie, you know, like these halls, these endless misty halls of Netherrack. But anyway, yeah, this looks like a very fun challenge, I think. Obviously very reminiscent of the current modern way to do the escape the Nether challenge. When you escape the slip, I assume it's by finding one of those. Fuck off. I assume it's by finding... Why are these guys upset with me? I didn't touch you. Oh, it's so over. It's so over. I assume it's by finding one of the Nether portals and rebuilding it, or even trading with these guys. I'm not sure if you can trade with these guys. Oh, they're not actually upset. Oh, they're not upset. They're just lonely, I guess. They're just lonely fellas. I then moved on to another reference-orientated world preset, which clearly alluded to the winter mode option worlds used to have back in alpha 1.1.2_01 and other early alpha versions. This reminds me a lot of alpha, especially with the, oh wow. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. Man, I love this version so much. I love the white cows as well. I love that there's no knockback. Of course, I don't think there's anything too crazy to consider with regards to any special features of this kind of world, but clearly it is just the biggest nod to versions like Alpha that I've seen in PS1 Edition so far. What is this? A blue rose. Oh, wonderful. Ooh, hello. Is this a village? I think it's a village. But usually all the villages are abandoned. I think this one too. Some PS1 Edition exclusive soundtracks coming in. And of course the empty villages are par for the course in this version, just to accentuate the eerie vibe of this type of world. While seeing the like alpha green trees next to the... No way! Villages exist! Huh. I wonder if that's in 2.0 in general, either in 2.0 in general, exclusive to the Winter Worlds, or I just only happen to run into exclusively abandoned villages back when I played my 100 days on PS1 Edition. Well, whichever it is cute to see some villages, especially with the more relaxing music playing. Wow, this world feels so much more full of life than it did back in... Wow, cute, man. If you want to see me play the alpha version that inspired this world preset, you can check out the 100 days video I did in alpha 1.1.2_1. It might not have villages or blue roses, but I really enjoyed my time in it. Anyway, then just to do a sanity check, I joined the normal world preset, which was, of course, just a regular world loadout. I then hopped into the realistic world preset, which seemed to be kind of the same. If Kaz feels like clearing up the difference in the comments also, that'd be much appreciated. Lastly, I hopped into the unrealistic world preset, which, aside from the texture glitch I saw when I joined the world, what the fuck is this? Seemed to be a PS1 Edition analog to the amplified world setting, as far as I could tell. But let's be real, you're probably not here to see me play these world presets. It's time to rejoin Otherworld after almost 10 months. Oh boy, how good it is to be back. It is the middle of the night, so I think to avoid any possible issues... Oh wow, it's so good to be in my mansion again. What happened to this painting though? Okay, so there seems to be at least one bug in transferring, which is this painting. Whoa, not being what I want it to be. Oh yeah, sure, I gotta, whoa. Oh my god, huge thing. You can only stack up to 32 now. This is me trying to stack up on top of 32. Okay, I like that decision. I do like that decision for the novelty, not at all for the convenience, of course, because I have, okay, I can't open this chest anymore either. I have stacks and stacks of stuff in all my chests. You know, if I unstack them, it won't work. And the storage system doesn't work anymore. That is kind of a bummer. Okay, so it's gonna take a bit of revamping, but I'm okay with that. Okay, the painting might have glitched out just because it's not in this version anymore. Some more obvious, I guess, like cheap jump scary / horror kind of stuff seems to have been removed. Let's take our sleep, our nap, so that we can officially begin the 101st day in Otherworld and explore what Minecraft PS1 Edition 2.0 has to offer. I woke up on day 101 and knew that the first thing I had to do was fix this now broken storage room. I rearranged fences and chests, all of which were now overflowing thanks to the max block stack being reduced to 32. I took a look at my beautiful manor from outside and noticed that the fog setting seemed to be quite different in PS1 Edition 2.0. There was no longer that white mist surrounding the edges of my vision, and it made the sky a much deeper hue of blue. Honestly, I kind of missed the whiter fog. It felt more like fog, I guess. I tried again to go mining for some ore. As you might remember, I struggled a lot with ore mining in the original 100 days as my base was surrounded by deep dark everywhere underneath me. I was hoping my memory was failing me and went to check out a strip mine staircase I didn't fully explore, but alas, I found those notorious deep dark skulk sensors. Promptly, I left the cave. With only 10 days on my hands, I decided to pick a project that I could comfortably complete so that this vision could have a coherent video. With only 10 days on my hands, I decided to pick a project that I could comfortably complete so that this video could have a coherent vision. My inventory stacked with cobblestone, I marched through my glowing purple portal, which now gave off its own PS1 exclusive sound effect, and entered the slip, where I would be building a watchtower base. I was understandably terrified of ghasts in this version, which I wouldn't even be able to see before they started blasting me to smithereens. So I got rid of the surrounding fire and built up 4 solid walls of cobblestone, leaving a little parapet castle pattern on top. On day 102, I tried putting in a brick floor, but the contrast it made with the surroundings was just too intense. I returned back to the overworld to gather more resources and noticed the chests in my storage room had taken a fucking vacation. Okay. Using the stone cutter I brought through the portal with me, I crafted and installed some stone bricks into the floor and walls of the stone base. When gathering some more resources in the overworld on day 103, I got my first greeting back in the overworld from my friendly worldmate. Oh, that was not cool. That was not it. I now had a little storage facility in my slip base. I used the spruce wood I'd brought through and started installing a wooden ceiling above the portal. I then finished off the parapets and raised some of the flooring inside the cobblestone cube, which led to an entryway I nervously carved out. I was really chuffed with how the blue torches looked and vowed to keep that cold vibe for this build. I started extending some stone walls out from the front face of the build, clearing away some soul soil when I caught the first attack on the base since its genesis. Seemingly, it was just the one shot stop though, so I carried on building the stone walls and added some soul torch lighting. On day 104, I added some spruce fence gates so that I had something to retreat through when mobs got aggressive out here. I put the stone walls on some ground more solid than soul soil and pushed said soil further back away from the entrance. I built up the stone walls a bit more and shortly after used its defenses for the first time. I then added in some pebble detailing using stone buttons along with some interior lighting within the portal room. I returned to the overworld to gather more spruce wood and used it to finish installing the wooden ceiling above the portal. I also messed around with the idea of having some sticky pistons installed in the entrance to close it off, but I realized that it didn't allow me to walk through the exit anymore, not to mention I didn't have enough redstone to wire it up. Only getting your resources from treasure really makes you miss out on some basic necessities like redstone. It's the same reason why my armor isn't enchanted. I have no lapis. I kind of wish this version would emulate the old console enchanting system and toss the lapis feature away. Anyway, while peering down over the edges of the cliffs on all sides of my base, I noticed that I was pretty much right on top of a nether fortress. Well, Slip Fortress? On day 105, I dug below the portal room and cleared out a big, similarly sized space. I wanted to have somewhere more convenient to store my belongings. I also thought that perhaps I could make an exit in this basement line up with the Slip Fortress so that I had an easy way into it. I installed some chests and transferred my belongings downstairs. I then used stone bricks and cobble to install the basement walls. I used some slabs to have a little window slit next to the staircase and used some walls to add a little detail to the storage facility. Returning to the overworld, I found my mana was caught in the middle of a thunderstorm. It was also accompanied by the horseman trap I accidentally triggered. Oh shit. We have an invasion on our hands. Oh my god, this is actually kind of sick. Back in the slip basement, I was excavating the floor to replace it when I almost tumbled out into the misty depths below. Oh my god. It's such a, you can hear the like gust of wind that this room just got opened up to. After installing the floor, I wanted to see if a tunnel dug from the basement could connect to the slip fortress. Comes out real nice and close. Hey feller. Ooh. Ooh. Ideally, I'd like to dig straight into the nether fortress. That's not gonna fucking happen. On day 106, I used some vertical stairs and slabs, one of my favorite features of this version, along with an iron door to create a cool but heavy and strong looking exit. Unfortunately, the vertical stairs and slab did make it so that I had to place the door's button on the floor. Either way, with one final soul torch, the basement was complete. I then got into a little fight with some skeletons outside the base while deciding what next to build. Back in the overworld, the skeleton horsemen were still wandering about. Are these guys still... Oh wow. I didn't know the skeletons burn. I think it has always been the case, but I do like how this is the old stone cutter texture, by the way, not the new one with the saw. And I wish my world wasn't, my home base wasn't over the biggest deep dark biome in the world, because I'd love to get some lapis and enchant some stuff, but it's just not realistic. I was deciding how to install a taller watchtower into this area when I was reminded of why I was doing exactly that. Oh! Fucking, you see, this is why I need a flippin' watchtower, man. Whoa, it's a basalt delta here. Scary. Oh god, that's a ghast. Oh my god, I can't see it. I just have to pray it doesn't see me. Oh, this is so scary. Instead of doing a watchtower directly, I could just expand this and then go like quite a bit higher and like interconnect with it. I then started carving out space for and filling in the dimensions of the watchtower that would be attached to this build. I decided to make the cobblestone transition into some smooth stone. Having used stone bricks, cobble, and stone, I decided to name this build Concrete Keep. Now I know concrete is an actual block you can get in this game, but I more wanted to make the correlation to the iconic Concrete Hall song in the original Minecraft Nether soundtrack. On day 107, I put the keep's parapet to good use, warding off a skeleton below. I then decided to use some vertical slabs to my advantage and beef up the keep's exterior base to make it feel more embedded in the soul sand and soil around it. I made this additional feature connect to the 2B additional watchtower using some sideways stairs and also extended the tiny window I'd made earlier, making it cut through the now very thick wall. Upon checking my storage room, I made an unsettling discovery. I definitely did not have a redstone torch. That is definitely new. Whoa, brings a different vibe to this place. Let's just keep that in there. Back inside the rising watchtower, I installed a stone brick staircase to assist in building to the ground higher up. I did, however, notice a skeleton threatening to strike me off the tall tower into the presumably lava below. I do like that this comes all the way up here, but there's not a whole lot of point to it. There's not much happening. But you know, it's for vantage, despite the fact that you can't fucking see anything anyway. This render distance. With the staircase now reaching the top of the tower, I was comfortable with getting to work on making another jagged parapet pattern up here on day 108. I then added in some stone slabs to make sure you could walk around up here. I was stone cutting some stone brick walls for the watchtower design when I noticed an awful feature with the stone cutter that PS1 Edition thankfully removes. I like how it only makes one stone cutter noise per use, which is really nice because it's something I'm kind of bothered by the modern stone cutter. It's just that it's like every like, especially if you're spam clicking something when it's like, yeah, it's a bit crazy. I then placed down the stone brick walls and added some cool lighting up here. I was once again considering making my way into the slip fortress below when the inevitable finally happened. Oh god, where's it coming from? Oh my god, into my base, into my base. Come on, you can move faster than this. Yeah, I was really starting to feel how slow I was without sprinting on top of soul sand. To take a break from the chaos of the slip, I returned to the overworld to spend some quality time around my manor. Yeah, things look like they're doing alright. Wow, it's good to be back. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, never mind. Back to the slip I go. I admired my extended base now that the ghast was gone. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. I do think an extending balcony here would do it a lot of good though, in a cool way. Whoa, god, skeleton with a shot on him. I would feel remiss if I didn't go down and explore the nether fortress to see what it has for me. Because of my inability to mine, all of my minerals and stuff have come from treasure chests, so I feel like I am continuing the theme of living off of fucking stuff, scavenging, I guess. Shortly after making the decision to explore the fortress, I was met with another fiery greeting. Yeah, so I decided to build my way onto the fortress from my basement, which had a nice wall of protection from this ghast. Using the amazing PS1 Edition feature of being able to build underneath blocks from above them, I conveniently made a staircase down onto the fortress. As I left the Soul Valley biome though, the visuals changed completely. Oh, this is terrifying. Why is it so red? I then started collecting slip bricks and fences while timidly exploring the passages of the fortress. I picked up some netherwort, slipwort, I don't know, and thereafter ran into some trouble. Ooh, oh, just a blaze. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's still scary, but I'm more scared of these guys. I'm out of here. Quitting while I was ahead, I left the fortress the way I came. I then took my slip bricks up to the watchtower stonecutter and built myself a platform of slip slabs extending out from the side of the keep. After building half the balcony, I discovered that you cannot, in fact, stone cut slip fences. I quickly slipped my way back into the fortress. Sorry about all the slips. And grabbed a couple more fences. On my return to the keep's balcony, however, I got an unfortunate visitor. No, come on, fuck. I instead spent my time on day 109 creating another little window through the thick walls of concrete keep. I then returned to the balcony, which was now rid of the evil sounds of ghasts. I then used some dangerous building techniques to create a bit of depth in the design of the balcony from a side-on view. I installed some slipstone fences and lit up the balcony. I then got to take a rewarding view from the side of the keep. The whole thing had really come together. Oh god, Jesus, give me a fucking heart attack, why don't you? I wanted to include a slipwort farm somewhere in the keep and decided that perhaps I could dig into the overhanging soul soil and... Oh, fuck off! Piss off! Go away! Oh, god, awful. Sorry, I keep grunting. Jesus, fucking 0 out of 10, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking not built. No. I can tell from the lighting. Okay, I won't go that way. I'm getting goosebumps everywhere. After deciding to most definitely not build in that direction, I instead went with putting the slipwort farm inside the watchtower. I went to gather some resources to that end when I got surprised by another entity creeping down my basement hallway. Oh, what the hell? Get out of my house. Oh yeah? What you gonna do, tough guy? What are you gonna do? Oh no. Oh my god, I locked myself in there with him. What are you gonna do, tough guy? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I got myself the resources I need, installed the wooden stairs, and decided on whether to use soul sand or soul soil. You gotta go with this. You gotta go with the soul sand. I don't know what it is, you know, it's too classic not to. After adding in the slipwort and lighting the corner up, my humble little slipwort farm was complete. I utilized the keep's lower parapet to kill a skeleton from below when I noticed it had a glowing green bow. Oh, enchantments. It's an enchanted bro. It's green. The enchantments are green instead of purple. I'm not sure if this was the case before, but it's clear that now menus have the dirt on either side of them, which I like. I think one of the last things I want to add, some kind of fire feature. Sorry, every time I pause and look around, it's just because I'm fucking terrified of numerous things that could be happening to me in this version. So I think I'm going to build up 2 cobblestone pillars on either side and put some soul fire in it. When I went to gather some more cobblestone to make these pillars, a new Overworld song started playing. Dub music starts playing? Hell yeah. On my return to the slip, I noticed that I had another visitor in my basement. Another one? Oh my god, this is like a bona fide fucking blaze farm, bro. I was struggling with figuring out what size I wanted to make the pillars, as a 2x2 felt too clunky and large, but I didn't have any correctly colored trapdoors to make a 1x1 pillar work. But oh my god, I am 100% sure of how I'm going to do this. Vertical slabs in PS1 Edition, coming to save the day as per usual. I installed said vertical slabs and lit up the soil with a beautiful blue flame. I added one of the same height on the other side of the entrance, and on day 110 I was very happy with how beautifully imposing the concrete keep entrance looked. I went around extinguishing some nearby blue fires to make the entrance look a bit more unique in this landscape when I stumbled upon a way easier entryway into the fortress. Oh, here's a way easier entrance. What the hell's my problem? Why did I want to go in that way? This is so much easier. I thought it was a shitty nether spawn, and all I needed to do was look around for like 0.3 seconds. I then added an iron door leading onto the balcony and went up to the top of the watchtower to add some pebbles on the ground and install 2 more fire pillars up here. It was up here that I also noticed the cool feature of slip quartz having the OG ore texture. Seeing quartz in this texture is so neat. As my last act, I added some official signage to Concrete Keep. With that, my brief return to Otherworld must come to an end. It was so much fun coming back to this mod pack with all its amazing new features, and if you want to support it, the 2.0 update is coming to CurseForge on Halloween. If you just can't wait till then, you can find the early access zip file on the official MSX Discord server, a link to which is in the description. And I want to say a huge thanks to the creator Kaz for giving me and others on the Discord the opportunity to play this early. It was so much fun checking out all the world presets and getting to bring Otherworld into the 2.0 update for Minecraft PS1 Edition. If you, the viewer, want to see more of me playing this version, let me know. Should I play another 10 days in Otherworld, or do you want me to try out one of the presets for a whole video? Either way, you'll need to subscribe to see when I do upload a video of me playing this incredible mod pack again. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a good one, and I'll see you around.